Hi, all. Welcome back to another week as we continue on this remote learning journey. It is quarter four, week four. This is May 11th to 15th. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you got to enjoy some time with your mothers for Mother's Day, or those who are important in your life for Mother's Day yesterday. My fiance and I, while we don't have our own children, have our little fur baby we spent the day with, and we're able to go visit my future mother-in-law and spend some time outside and letting the puppy run around like crazy yesterday. So happy Mother's Day to your mothers and those who are mother-like figures in your life. I always like to throw out a quick reminder about the Pile Power Hour that Mr. Lunn, Miss Goodstein, and Miss Nations hold weeknights at 7 o'clock. The meeting code and password are on this slide, and I'm sure are posted somewhere on your team page. This week you have 6 assignments, one of which is optional that we'll talk about here. The first thing you'll do as we are shifting from Warriors Don't Cry into a few weeks of a focus on Helen Keller. This week you'll start with a playlist where you will get some background knowledge about Helen Keller. You'll notice that there's one assignment that you must view, and then you're choosing some things from the list below. Look through there, see what you think will be interesting, and give you the most background information, and write your observations there. And you'll move into Study Sync. You'll start this week with reading, annotating, and taking the quiz on the poem Helen Keller by Langston Hughes. This is sort of like last week where you'll start your assignment in Study Sync, but please don't rush through and submit it before you've watched the lesson for the week and done the other work. So you'll read, you'll annotate. There are very specific directions on how to annotate, and that's both on the weekly overview video from the county and directions given in the slide and directions posted on Study Sync. So make sure you are following those directions for those annotations, and you'll do your quiz at that time. Then you'll move in. There is a video lesson on the poem posted on my MCPS that you'll watch this week. There's also a discussion board for your independent reading assignment. Now, I'm going to set those up this week. Because they are optional, I'm just going to set them up as one big discussion board, because that way, if somebody's reading the same text as you, you'll be able to find them. While it's optional, it's definitely recommended getting you engaged in that discussion board and a conversation about the text that you're reading. You then will go back to Study Sync and you will complete the right assignment. Please read that carefully, include textual evidence where needed. That means you're directly quoting from the text, and you are relating this to your own life as well in that writing assignment. And then at the end of the week, hopefully you've had time to keep up with your reading for your independent reading assignment, and you are choosing this week a different journal prompt than you chose last week. The options on this assignment are the same. They've given you the same 6 prompts to choose from. Just please make sure you're choosing something different from what you responded to last week, and look carefully at the directions on this. I had several students last week who were not giving textual evidence for their journal response, and every single one of those prompts does ask for textual evidence. So make sure you're giving that textual evidence, giving a direct quote from the book to support your reasoning there. You have the suggested to-do list this week, moving through the week at a couple of assignments per day, making sure you're keeping up with your reading each day, and working through those Helen Keller assignments in your independent reading assignment. This is posted in several places, so please reference it as needed in order to get through the assignments the way as suggested, and make sure you're done by the end of the week. I know a few of you needed the weekend to catch up on your writing assignment for this past week. Hopefully this week you'll be able to have your weekend to yourself. You can see here how I, Miss Stewart, for those of you who have Mr. Enderly, run my weeks with our Zoom meetings. So Monday I'm posting these. Hopefully you're watching the overview video and this video. And then that way, if you have questions, Tuesday and Wednesday, we have drop-in Zoom sessions where you can pop in, ask a question, and go. Those are definitely not required, but if you have questions and would rather have a conversation or just pop in and say hi, Tuesday and Wednesdays for that time. And then Thursday and Friday, we will be having class meetings and class discussions. So that's where I really suggest you show up and you participate as a class. Those are more of the check-ins where we discuss your learning. I help you think about things if you need to go back and redo or haven't completed certain assignments. This is where we'll have time to answer those questions, have a class chat about it, pull out important learning for the week, and we usually get a chance to then look ahead into the next week's assignments and prepare you for that. Please note that Friday is the middle of the quarter where teachers will be posting interim grades. So that means that if you at this point are in danger of not passing for the quarter, you haven't been engaging, you haven't been completing assignments as expected, you will be receiving notification, although I think many of your teachers have been sending those notifications pretty regularly and communicating with you if you're not keeping up. But Friday is the day where we are sending in those official interim grades. So please just make sure if you need to spend some time catching up this week, this is the week to do that so that you make sure that you are moving into the second half of the quarter where you need to be in good standing. So again, the plan for the week, Tuesday and Wednesday, after you've had a chance to look through the lessons and the assignments, pop in, ask questions if you need to, and then Thursday and Friday we'll have class time where we are sharing and discussing our learning. Those links will be posted and emailed by Wednesday evening and posted on my MCPS classroom for you to find easily. Due date for all assignments this week is Friday, deadline by Monday morning when new assignments are posted. So please make sure you're checking in if you need extra time. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me in whatever way you need to. But make sure you're using that weekly overview video from my MCPS to help you understand the learning and the expectations for the week. They lay out everything in those videos for you. So be sure to use that as your number one resource this week. Have a great week. I will see many of you Thursday and Friday if I do not end up seeing you Tuesday or Wednesday.